Hey, how are you? Good to see you. We are not wasting any time at all getting this one going. Welcome to you. I just got back home from work and pulled all the ingredients. Pulled all the ingredients out of the refrigerator that we're going to use today. Welcome to you guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Ugh. Good to see y'all. We're going to make some chicken bog today. I got to get some power to this because this has the potential to take a while. So we're going to need a little juice to do this one. Clean up my Parmesan cheese mess. Why I like to load up a frozen pizza with Parmesan cheese. It's so good. Man, it's so good. What's up, Steve? I did ride today. I'm riding every day now. That's the only way I got. That's the only way I got to get around now. So we got to do it. I am going to make I got 2 packs of chicken thighs, but they're big packs. I probably only need one of these for real. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to put this guy away here. Yeah, this guy can hang out up here in the legit cold. What's back there? Oh. There we go. There's a spot. All right, that'll go in there, yeah. We got some shit in the freezer. Got a bunch of shit in the freezer. Okay. So I guess first thing I'm gonna do is I want some sweet tea. Let me get I want to get some tea going. Did a spot tonight at work. It was all right. It had been a while since I went up, and I was kind of weird, so it wasn't anybody's fault but mine. But I was grateful to get the spot. I'm grateful. I might need to crack open another sack of sugar. I look crazy right now. My hair back there in a bun. You know, before I get going with this this chicken, probably should have done it before the stream, but I probably need to change up my attire a little bit. Ain't no telling whether we'll do gaming tonight. I don't know about that. I just figured since I was going to be cooking anyway, may as well get some content out of it. And y'all know me, I cook a lot of the same shit all the time. There we go. I cook a lot of the same shit, so little couple pinches of baking soda. Always add baking soda to your sweet tea. Always got to do that. Helps it to stay fresh in the refrigerator. It also gives it a nice deep dark brown color that you want from your tea. You know what, since we got plenty of time, I'm gonna pull that heat down some, and let's go have a word from our sponsors, maybe, and then change some. I can actually leave a mount here. I can use the other mount that's already set up in there. We'll have a word from our sponsors. What's up, Jade? Roadkill. Alabama won. They sure did. They did pretty good today. I gotta be honest. I was not expecting it, but just because, well, Tennessee beat us last year, and to be perfectly honest, just about all of the teams that you kind of expect, you expect to do well against Tennessee. Where's you kind of expect to do well against Tennessee, but that ain't exactly how it turned out. Hang tight, guys. We're gonna do a little word from the sponsors. I'm gonna just leave y'all angled up like that real quick. Take a look at this fan. Can you get a load of that fan, will you? Look at the shit on my walls. How's that for content? Check out my wall art. Got a wonderful tapestry that Zias made. We got my Roast University diploma from Tony Hinchcliffe's Roast University. We got bunch of records over there, and the Beatles, the dadgum Beatles are here, guys. Can you believe the Beatles are here? Can you believe the dadgum Beatles are here, guys? The whole Beatles. All of them. All right. Get some shorts on here. And we'll be down to the undershirt. Good Lord, and I'm telling you, I've plumb sweat through it. Well, that's one thing about riding the bike is man, on the way there, when that sun's hitting you and you're sitting there, boy, it's something else. I'm telling y'all, it's something else. There ain't no AC you can cut on that thing. We did it. We did it. Yeah, there ain't no AC you can cut on that. Where's what I want here? There was something I was gonna get. Oh well, maybe later. Yeah, and there ain't no AC you can cut on a motorcycle. But when you're riding, it's nice. There's just those moments in between where it's like, oh shit, your boy fat and sweating. Get some back on it. Okay. You usually don't want your tea water to boil, but I put it on a super low heat. So it's all right. Nothing is damaged. And the final 4. Oh, there's 5. You know what? We're going to do a 5 bag. We're going to do a 5 bagger. Okay. Okay. Hell yeah, we doing a 5 bagger. You don't even know about that 5 bagger, bruh. Crank that sucker on high. I just want to see some movement in the bottom. I don't necessarily want it to boil. Once I get that in here, I'm going to let this start steeping and I'm going to start seasoning my chickens. Chopping my sausages. I wonder if I can fit them all in that. I'll try to do them in the other. A lot of people are like, why do you do so much stuff? Like, a lot of people would say, hey, you know, you could use an extra pan and cut down your cook time a lot. Yes, but I don't have but one good cast iron. I got another one that's just not that great. It wasn't taken care of as good as this one was taken care of. Therefore, it's just I only have one cast iron. I like to use that. I'll use the other one for the onions and the sausage. All right, there's the movement that I wanted, just a bubble or two. We'll move that there. And we'll get these guys in there. Now we just leave that back there steeping. It's 11:08. I'll pull it around 11:30. I gotta empty the recycling can here eventually. Okay. We'll use this guy for the chickens. And let's get some parchment paper down. Wax paper, rather. Bam. There we go. Okay. Don't move my wax paper now. Damn, these are some big chickens. One. There's a couple of smaller ones. You know what I really should do is I should season both sides instead of seasoning these. You should never season things in the pan, I don't think. Like you probably shouldn't do that. I don't have any formal training in this shit. I'm kind of doing my own thing. And I'm not a chef. I'm a cook. I cook things. I'm not creating any kind of masterpieces over here. I cook what I like, and I cook it how I like to cook it, but might be a better idea to get these things seasoned and then flipped. Before I put them in the pan, that way they're already seasoned on both sides. What I should start doing is, day before I do this, I should dump that whole thing of thighs in a Ziploc bag and hit it with some olive oil and all of my seasoning. That's what I should do. But that would require planning ahead. I saw somebody the other day. They asked, "Why do you cut from so high up?" And they're like, "For a more even." Why do you season from so high up? And their answer was, "I want a more even spread on my seasonings." I never even thought about that, but I just see people do it like that, and that's what I started doing. So apparently, that you get more even coverage from high up like that. Today is the day. Today is the day we refill the garlic. But you know what? How's that onion powder look? Have another day or so on that onion powder. But the garlic That's enough. And it really does. It gets an even spread. You know, didn't even really think about it. Yeah, this onion powder will probably be good for tonight. Uh-oh. Always use your atomic fork. All right. Enough of that. Won't need any more of that until we go to make the gravy mix. And by that time, yeah, that'll be plenty of onion powder for what we got to use tonight. Okay. Now we'll get that skillet turned on the heat. Let's see how y'all are doing over here. What's up, Rhino? Fresh herbs do rule. I love Lawry's, man. Red beans and rice, hell yeah. Steve, I want that. I want that. I was a lemonade boy. Big garlic guy. Yeah, big garlic guy, but I want it to be so cold outside to where I could just, you know, cut the AC off, open a window and let in that 50-degree air. Get it cold. Boy, I want it cold in my room. I want it cold in there, man. When I was growing up, I lived out in the extra room that was it was the old carport that my granddad enclosed, turned it into a music room. And eventually, you know, he got not playing in bands much no more, so my Aunt Marie moved into it, and it was her room as I remembered. But it had a little window unit. And a little window unit in it. And I kept that sucker running, dude. My granddad yelled at me because the power bill was so high one time. He's like, don't use that window unit. It was an old one too. It was just sucking power, bro. But I left that bitch cranked. I love a cold house, bro. If I could do it, like Texas, you can't do it. Can't do it in Texas. Because it's too, in Texas, it gets too hot in the summertime. You can't leave your AC on low. Like 70 is about as low as you can have it in Texas. But me, personally, bro, dude, I could go for 68, 7, 6. I could go for 66. I would really, I wish I could have that. But you just can't. In a perfect world, if I'm rich and can't afford it, I'd have the house unit set on like 70 and have another unit in my room set on like the super duper low. I want it cold in there, bro. All right. Yeah, that's hot. There's a sizzle in there. Now let's go ahead and get some butter down. And this is going to create a nice little sizzle for you. Actually, I'm going to leave that for a little bit longer. Go ahead and fill up my tea pitcher with some water here, because we got about 8 minutes left on the tea steeping, give or take. I remember saying 11:30. Thank you guys for being here. Like the video if you haven't yet. We might, depends on how I feel afterwards. I'm probably going to be a little lethargic from all this food. We may do some streaming, because I know Red Band's not going live tonight, because I was with him a little bit ago. He was at the club chilling. So I know he's not going live tonight. Oh, I was like, oh no. Okay, it's just that butter. That's enough of that for now. A little olive oil to cool it all down. A smidge. All right, let's go ahead and get some chickens in here. 3 at a time. We make him fit 4. Next go around. Okay, so that's going. Tea almost steeped. Let's finish off this water and then we'll chop the sausages. Go ahead and get them going. I'm going to do that the way that I did it the last time too. I'm going to do the sausage and the onions together. That's what you want. Talk to me. Talk to me. You know what, man? You know what, dude? I've already got it out. Let's go ahead and refill the onion powder, too. Fun fact, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody this, guys. Can I tell you guys a secret? Can I tell you guys a secret? You swear you don't tell nobody, okay? Because I'm not going to tell you if you tell anybody. Can I tell you guys a secret? When I refill the onion powder and the garlic powder, this is crazy important, guys. This is crazy important. When I fill up the onion powder and the garlic powder, like seriously, don't tell anybody this. I'll leave a little bit of the garlic residue. Whatever I fill up first, a little bit of it goes in the other one. So this onion powder is going to get a little bit of garlic too. And that's enough. But for real now, don't y'all go out there telling nobody. Tell nobody. I know, guys. I'm like the trashiest of the trash, bro. I'm the trashiest of the trash. But my onion powder, got a little bit of garlic powder in it. I'm so much of a garlic man. My onion powder's got garlic powder. I would use regular crushed garlic. Like I have cloves here. I would normally. Look, it's just the garlic powder gives me the flavor that I'm looking for at a fraction of the time. I need to, don't go nowhere. I gotta grab a charger cable, a long one. And actually, there's that. Don't I have just a USB extension somewhere? Tell me there's one right here. Come on. Be where I want you to be. Nope. No, you're not. I know I have one that's not being used anywhere, though. Y'all make sure ain't nothing weird happening in there. Now all those extensions are wrapped for the cameras. Y'all make sure nothing weird happens in there. I gotta look in my box of cables here. Is that one? That's one. Hell yeah. First grab. Let's just hope it works. But all I needed to do is give a little power. I don't need it to send any signal to a camera or something like that. All right, let's see. Give me that green charging light. Give me that green charging light. All right, we're good. Now we just got power. Now we got straight power out of the wall. Thank you. Welcome to you. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but welcome. Thank you for being. What's up, Brian? What's up, Jesse? You bleached yourself. Shit. Hell yeah, dude. We were 10 of 10 likes. We got 3 more left. There's 3 people in here who haven't liked yet. Fix that if you don't mind, you know? It's 11:30. We could probably do the tea now, but we'll give it a bit. Give it a bit now. Put that butter up there. Crazy day in college football, man. Texas almost lost to Kentucky. Unranked Kentucky. Well, I'm telling you, them SEC teams are really giving Texas the warm welcome, aren't they? Let's I told Tommy Pope, look at this, that I was going to make some cast iron chicken thighs tonight. And he didn't even really respond. He actually responded, but it was to something else that I said. All right, so this back here, let's go ahead and get this guy on some medium heat as well. I'll let the 11:08. It's been steeping for 22 minutes technically. I don't know why I'm washing my hands. I'm about to get it dirty again. It's just a habit, I guess. Boy, that glass of tea. Sheesh. Sheesh. Boy, that glass of tea gonna be right, son. That glass of tea gonna be all right. On the back burner, where the sausage is gonna go, I'm gonna give it 2 pads of butter. When I say 2 pads, that's what I mean by a pad of butter. That's like, you see? That's about how big a pad of butter is. You know, like one of those containers you get like an individual serving of butter, but a little hefty one of those. All right. These onions are gonna cook down to nothing, so I'm gonna use a couple of them. It's a big onion. Two big onions. And we'll give the same treatment of a little olive oil to help control the temp of that butter. And it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt to put a little extra. Like if you get, it's not gonna hurt anything. The only thing, you don't want to use too much olive oil because olive oil has a bitter sensation to it. It's the kind of things you really don't want too much of. Yeah, you don't want too much of the bitter. Let's, I want to wait until that. Bam. There we go. Nice little bowl of sausage. Using about that much. This is it's like a quart bowl. About that much sausage. 2 packages, which is 4 links. We got that in a bowl. We can leave the onions we chop here on the thing. But I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. Try to save the riffraff. I don't want a riffraff in my onions. So I'm gonna take a paper plate. To rid myself of the riffraff. Bam. That way, won't be no riffraff in my onions. And I can just chop them up. might be looking at the thing being like, oh, when's he gonna flip the chickens? They're making all kinds of racket. They're hooting and hollering. Don't worry, I'll get to the chickens in a little bit, but right now, I don't mind them doing what they're doing. A chicken thigh is something that is very difficult to overcook. So I'll just keep that in mind and let them sit for a second. Get all this riffraff done, and now they're ready to be flipped. And there's going to be some nice color to them when I go to flip them, like so. Hell yeah. There's that. This back here. Butter got a little toasty. Let's go ahead and have some sausage. You hear that? That's what you want. And yeah, these onions are going to cook down. I'm going to add them at the same time with the sausage too, because they're about the same consistency, and not consistency, but like, yeah, I like cutting better this way. The eyes are dying right now, bro. You know what? There'll be a couple of hunking pieces of onion. Nothing to be done about that. Ooh. Let me get this tea out of here. Give all these sausages and onions a stir. Ooh, eyeballs is a burning. Okay, y'all know the drill. Ooh, I hope we can do it without the use of our eyeballs. But your first step is to repeat the mantra, no mess. So we make no mess whatsoever. There's no room for a mess. There's no need for one. So we will make no mess. And we'll continue to talk about how we're making no mess as we make no mess. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all know we don't believe in a mess over here. We don't believe in making a mess over here. We don't believe in making a mess over here. Okay. Okay, we got a lot of food doing a lot of things here. The sausages got a little bit of a head start on the onions, but not much. Shortly we'll measure out our rice and get that washed. We'll measure out our rice and get that washed. Got to be back downtown tomorrow at 4:30. There. Knife. Got to be back downtown tomorrow at 4:30. So after we finish this cooking stream, which will probably go for another at least hour and a half, I'm sure. We might call it after that if I catch a second wind and we end up getting a wild hair. We might do some gaming, but we'll see. Give you guys a little bit more of a this angle here. Ah! It's hot. Okay. Now we're just going to pull this chicken apart here. Honestly, I probably should have waited to pull this till the very end and pull it all together. Honestly, that's probably a much better idea, isn't it? It'll probably get better connection to the skillet. Yeah, that's actually a better idea. Let's do that. Let's just wait till the very end to pull all the chicken apart. And I'll just use this bowl. For the chickens. Until we're ready to pull them. One, two, big three, and I got enough room for this guy here. Onions got a little transparency to them. Now is when we add the little salt, a little pepper. You know what? All this stuff is doing all the right things right now. Let's, well, I'm ready for a glass of this. I was on the lemonade, but I got to be honest. The lemonade is so tart, and I think because it used a powder, it would give me the worst, the worst feeling in my mouth after I drank a helping of it. Like, I drink a lot of beverage. Like, I have a void, an empty void that cannot be filled when it comes to like liquids, which is why luckily I don't drink. Yeah, because I have just an empty void. Okay, we're going to break out the bammer. But yeah, this weird feeling in my mouth after I would drink a good bit of it. And I would just wake up with the weirdest feeling, and I hated it. So we went back to this sweet nectar of the gods right here. You tell me. You look at that right there. Y'all want to... Y'all, this is so good. Oh my God, the extra bag really made a difference. Man, that's the stuff right there at the end of the war. That's so good. All right, so now as far as the rice, let's see what we got left in this bag here. Make sure we got no weevils in there. No weevil wobbles in here. I'm nervous now ever since I found them in that bag that one time. Now I'm just kind of like nervous that they're always going to be there. 2 cups. Maybe I should turn the vent on. It's not getting too crazy over there yet, but it could. There we go. It takes forever to open that little pouch thing. Okay. Four cups. And I like to make a lot of this, so we're gonna go 5 cups of rice. There we go. Put that away. Now let's see what these chickens look like. They're releasing. We got the sausages. I guess I need to get this rice happening, I guess, because this stuff is coming along a little quicker than I expected. Let's get this rice washed. Wash the rice. Water's all milky. That's not what you want. Get all that milky water out of there. Now it's a little less milky. Yeah, I think this is think this will be enough of the rinsing, maybe one more round. Yeah, that's enough. So 5 cups of this stuff. Some people would say I have chicken broth to my disposal. However, I do not like cooking rice in chicken broth. I don't like cooking rice in anything but water. I'll add everything else after the fact to three. I'll add everything else after the fact. The butter, I'll stir that in with it. 5. Give it a little shake to level it out a little bit. And then since we're doing 5 cups of rice, we should probably go ahead and get that going, because it's not going to matter if it doesn't all finish at the same exact time. It'll be all right. Now, leaving and kind of walking away from it for a little bit, these onions are really caramelizing. Some of it is staying on the bottom of the pan, but yeah, not really, it's coming up. These sausages are starting to coin up nicely and be a nice texture on those that I like. Thank you guys for liking the video, by the way. You're doing a great job of that. 10 of 10, no notes. Actually, 15 of 13, no notes. Ooh, hit me. Yeah. Flip all these guys around a bit. Honestly, with that, I'm going to go ahead and take that heat down to about 2.5, give or take. And I'm going to go have another word from our sponsors. You guys keep an eye on this real quick. Go ahead. You got enough time between now and when I get into my room to get your things packed? Okay. Seriously, thank you guys for liking the video. This is incredible. 14 watching, 16 likes. I like it when there's more than it's usually way the other way. There's way more people watching than are liking the video. So you guys are doing great with that. I appreciate you. should go ahead and get the computer cranked up while I'm in here. There ain't nothing in there gonna be hurt. Nothing will be hurt. Oh, I heard something doing something in there. What was that? All right, let's what was that? I heard that, right? Some kind of signal was coming through. The speakers there. That was weird. All right. Computer is officially cranked. Ooh, it smells so good. I love the way it smells when you walk from your room into the kitchen and you're greeted with all of that delicious aroma. All of this is going to be so good. This is a dish that I make often, which I know you guys have seen me do a lot. You'll also see me drop shit on the stove and throw it back in. I don't care. Like, just the heat in here is going to fix anything that could be on it. Like, I'm not a chef. I'm a cook. Honestly, I don't even hate it if it's not all the way done, because I'm going to be pulling it apart soon anyway. So now we got this big dog right here. And we got a little extra, couple things for the gravy. And that pan is clean. No chicken touched the edges because of the no chicken touched the edges because of the wait a second, there's something here. We need to, that goes up against the wall. I was like, yeah, well, I wondered why it's always so hard to get that olive oil out of there, because it's never tucked up under this thing so much. It's like these cutting boards are not organized properly. And there's less space than there should be because of that. Now we've got enough room for everything to be there comfortably. Can't believe I didn't even realize that until just now. So you guys want to get a load of that. That's beef smoked sausages and onions, yellow onions. A big yellow onion guy. Not crazy about sweet onions. I get it. A lot of people like sweet onions. Not my thing. I think the way that I cook my onions, they all end up sweet. What's up, Jason? What am I making? Bong hole, I am making what is what I call chicken bog. Some of my family back home told me that this was not chicken bog, because what chicken bog normally is a whole chicken, bone and all, in a large pot, boiled in a large pot. So basically a big old pot of water. Put you a whole chicken in there. Boil that sucker till it's done. Pull it, debone it, and after that you throw your diced sausages, your chopped onions, and usually a bag of rice. Now, whenever you cook rice normally, you only use 1-to-1 water to rice. But traditionally, chicken bog, perlo in like the original Gullah dish from South Carolina, is a soupy. It's like a soup. You know, you have like chicken and rice Campbell soup, but it's like a soupy consistency. It doesn't feel like, you know, you're eating a bowl of rice. It feels like you're eating a bowl of soup with some rice in it. That's what chicken bog is like. So that's how traditionally it's made. So that's traditionally how you would do chicken bog. But the way that I do it, by the way, all this traditionally would be done in one pot. Chicken bog is a one pot dish. So what I do is I use several different pans and pots. I cast iron skillet my chicken, and then I stainless steel skillet my sausage and onions. Because in the original recipe, you don't get any kind of like Maillard. You don't get any sort of, I use the word I don't like to use. You don't burn it. There's not any burn to it. I like food like that. I like for it to be a little burnt. I think there's extra flavor in that. Not like super burnt, but like, you know, a little. Now that got a little carried away, but like this right here, man, you see this. You see what we got here. This is like a little, there's color to it, you know what I mean? If you just put it all in water, it's all being boiled. And like, sure, I guess, but no. That's not what we want. And since I'm only got one piece of chicken in here and it's almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and retire this guy. Let him get some cold water on him to cool off. And I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling that piece of chicken right there in the skillet. And when I feel like that piece of chicken is done, I'm gonna start adding more and pull it apart. I'll try to get you guys a little closer view of that process, because I know I've done it before, but I know you guys enjoy watching a little action, some action shots. Thank you for liking the video. I like seeing that we've got you know, the people watching all have liked. I like that. It makes me so happy. Okay. Usually don't wash cast iron stuff. This is a cast iron weight. I'm not cooking with this. I'm just using it as a weight. I wash it with soap. It's not going to tarnish my pan here. Let's bring it all across. I mean, dude, these sausages are bubbling in a juice of onions. There's probably easier ways to pull chicken apart. This is how I do it. It's not perfect. It's not uniform. And that's fine. I want to help this out a little bit down here. Some lubrication for the bottom of the pan, because there's a lot of also while I'm able, before I get in the thick of it. Flour for the gravy there, while that piece of chicken finishes doing what it's going to do. I don't got time. Well, fuck it. Gravy is ready there. All right. And there's some big pieces of chicken. Like I said, it's not uniform. It's just how I do it. Some bites are bigger than others. What is that guy? What's that guy got going on? Yeah, we're going to take that out. It's like a piece of gristle. Some of it piles up on one edge of the fork. That's fine. Let's go to the other side then. There we go. I'm going to take some heat off. I should have done that already, but this ain't going to be like that spicy, and by spicy I mean a little scorchy gravy that I made the other day. But the bottom of this pan is definitely getting hot. Okay. That other one that's left is already partially pulled. And this big guy right here, I'm gonna make quick work of him. Leave a couple of big pieces of chicken off of that guy. He's all right. They don't have to be perfectly shredded. It ain't got to be perfect. Get that pre-shred. And now the rest of this. I want to save this juice in here for the gravy. And I'm going to put a healthy heaping of butter in here. Smash that up and get it mixed around in here to season the bottom of the thing. Then I need to grab some tongs. Oh yeah, dude. These onions are like disintegrated. Perfect. It's exactly what you want back there out of that. So basically, in so many ways, I guess, I am using this to sort of clean this pan out. Like sort of not clean the pan, but use it to, like, you know how you use a potato or something like that to clean your oil? Oh, here's the ones I'm going to use. Get that chicken juice in there. The rest of that butter. And with the butter, bit more. Need a little bit more than that. Damn, we got 7 minutes on the rice. I'm honestly done with these. Yeah, I need a little more. That should be good. Get a little of that's better. Now, go ahead and get my broth here and ready. Oh yeah, I'm liking the flavor of that smell, man. Now, if I'm gonna add any more flour, now's the time. So I'm just gonna, not all of it, just that. And a nice little crumbly paste here, which is exactly what I want, really. Just a little bit of bubble though, so I'm going to go with just a touch more. Not quite all of it, but just that much right there. We'll cook the nonsense out of it. Okay. Now for the fireworks. Basically, I'm going to do this until I get it all to be about one consistency. instead of it being like thick in the middle there and runny around the edges, I'm going to try to incorporate some of this thick center to the edges there. This is like the best thing that I do. So if you were ever gonna like actually pay attention to what I'm doing and cooking and how I'm cooking, I would say this is the part to really pay attention to, because this is the one thing that I like truly excel at. Like, you see that consistency right there, how it's just so right now we're about 3.5 cups in to about maybe a little more than 1/3 of a cup flour, and mix. Rice is done. So now we got a nice consistency here. And as you can hear, no resistance on the bottom of the pan. So we got all that flavor up and in there. Nothing smells scorched, nothing smells burnt. Let me tend to the rice real quick. I'm gonna put the rest of this butter we got, stir it in with this rice. Okay. And honestly, since the rice is done, I kind of want to go ahead and get it in the pot. But I've kind of got gravy I need to tend to here. And that gravy's going to be fine. Okay. All right, y'all have seen the gravy come together. Ugh. So check out this. Got rice out of here. Off the bottom. Now, oh shit. That'll be all right for now. I'm going to use a wooden spoon to do the stirring because it can really grip. And it's not flimsy in any way. Let me get this gravy stirred and I'm going to dump some ingredients in there. Okay. Now, first, we're gonna what's up, Christina? We're going to have chicken going in with all the chicken juices. Now that's what this guy's good for. Really hugging the edge of the bowl to get all that flavor out of there. Yeah, nice. That was Mumford. Scared me. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more chicken broth in a second. You hungry, buddy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should have done a better pour on y'all's side on that. Look at that there. There we go. Get all that out of there. All the onions, look at that. That's nice, yeah? That's awesome. So I'm gonna try to clean this bottom of the pan out and get everything out of here that we need to get out. And look at that, it's just coming off so easy. You see that? No, well, she can't. All that shit comes off so nice. I got it zoomed in, hold on.
It smells so good.
Dude, it's about to be, bro. I'm making gravy too. So definitely have a bowl or two when you get, it's basically done. I just got to mix it. So what you can't see me doing right now, I'm adding the rest of this chicken broth to the gravy mix. And I'm going to incorporate that in here. So for those of you that need the measurements for doing this, I'm doing, I would say, roughly a third of a cup of flour and mix, like just seasonings that I put in my gravy mix, and then about 4 cups of chicken broth. You don't have to season the flour at all. You don't have to. I do because I want that little extra kick of flavor. And you do want your gravy to thicken up. If you start to notice it thickening up prematurely, if it starts to thicken up prematurely, that's not what you want. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting a little extra. Okay. And I got this giant bowl. And all of this flavor from the chicken and the sausage, onions, mixing in with that rice. This rice is gonna soak all that flavor up. Good Lord. This stuff is right here, dude. I'm taking my time getting everything in here. because I had put a lot of rice in here because I wanted to, you know, thicken up the meal, make it last longer. I could have just gone with like 4 cups of rice, which would have been sufficient. But like I said, I want this thing to last, you know, a few days. I got some pork chops that are thawing out that should be thawed out by tomorrow. So I could take a little bit of a break from it or freeze a portion of it, which might be the move. So I'm going to do something else. Maybe not, though. I want to make sure to get all of the white rice blended in with some sort of flavor. But that's going to be kind of, well, maybe not. I'm starting to. White rice, undisturbed white rice clumps together. So like it's easy to find pockets of it by just scraping up from the edge of the bowl and then rotating around. Like you can find little pockets of undisturbed white rice. But let's tend to this gravy for a second, give it a stir. Damn, this gravy smells great, bro. This smells like Thanksgiving gravy. It smells like giblet gravy. I just gave the gravy a stir. Y'all know what I look like doing that. Now we're going to have a little sip of this tea right here. Now, those clumps, when you pull them out, they've all got food mixed in with them. Bro. Okay. Now, I season the chicken. That's a lot of unseasoned rice. I'm going to season the whole thing with some Lawry's and pepper. Just seasoned salt and pepper, that's it. And now, give it a good mix. And once again, now see everything, even down from the depths. There's not a lot of visible white rice clumps. Brothers and sisters in Christ, this is what we're looking at. Give this a stir real fast. Hold on. Let's move it down. Move the heat down. That's pretty sick, yeah. And our gravy. Is slowly thickening up. I'm gonna leave that for a moment. After I drop the heat, on it, give it a minute to make itself comfortable with its new temperature. I could have utilized some of the juice from the onions and sausage, but I prefer just the chicken gravy. I don't really, and I could be missing out. Like maybe one of these days I'll make maybe one of these days I'll use all of the drippings from everything. Maybe I'm fucking up by not doing that already. But I know it's already gonna be good because I'm good at gravy. Okay, we got this skillet clean. Leave it to dry. The rest of this stuff can go in the dishwasher. Got that. And this is the bowl I'm going to use to make myself a bowl, and I'm going to leave all that juice in it. I'm going to wipe off the sides. From where I poured juices out of it and it dripped. And I'm leaving the rest of the juice in there. So my bowl's going to be a good one. The reason that I like to do mine like this, it's a few extra steps, but I don't enjoy hunting for protein in the bites. In traditional chicken bog, you're getting a lot of bites of just rice. That's not what I want. I want meat in every bite, flavor in every bite. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off the heat and let it be. Giving the gravy a second to come into its own, if you will. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and wash this rice cooker so I can put that away and I'll get the rest of this shit in the dishwasher. Okay. Rice cooker can go away. Back to its comfort. Don't worry. Okay. The longer that gravy sits there, the thicker it's going to get. Well, those onions are good, man. like that. The only dishes left dirty: bowl, skillet, utensils. Okay, let me. Let's Okay, we got some gravy. Here's our plate. Here's our bowl. A little gravy in there. Oh. Yeah. Ain't much I can do about it, Steve. It's cluttered right now. In the middle of cooking, but yeah. Everything else is kind of, all this stuff over here is what I set up. These microphones and such, the case. But other than like some mail, we have like placemats and shit like that sitting out. That'll give the illusion of it being more cluttered than it actually is. But I mixed the gravy in with this, chicken. Do we got any sausage in here? Got some sausage, definitely some onion in there, gotta be. Good Lord, y'all. This is great. Oh my God. Damn, dude. This right here is all right. Dude, this is crazy good. Dude, it's so good that I'm not done chewing yet, and I have another bite on the fork already. Oh yeah, I can get behind that. Man. See, there's 2 sausages in that bite. I don't even need 2. There's another, I tried to get another bite. There was another piece of sausage in that. Like, that's what I like. I don't want to have to hunt for any kind of protein in here. And some bites is like significant. Man, you just can't get a bite without anything in it. Like, there's so much protein in this. I'm gonna have to do this again. What's up, CJ? What's up, Jesse? Hell yeah, say Grace. Yeah, I need Red Band's drone. Dude, a protein and rice, bro. It's hard to beat that, dude. Like, this is good alone. It can stand alone. But the fact that I made, and when I say a world-class gravy, I mean a world-class gravy. I don't mean to brag, or maybe I do. I don't brag about a lot of stuff. But my ability to cook gravy is not going away. My ability to cook gravy is never going anywhere. It's not like I'm going to jinx it like Alabama football. I can just do the gravy. And every time, even when it's bad, it's still good. Even when my gravy is like something I would consider not good or bad, everybody else would be like, holy shit, bro. This is some good gravy. By the way, our gravy now passes the swipe test. I pulled some prior to the it being at that point, which usually I don't like to do, but I was just ready to eat. And it was done. It was just still hot. Gravy needs to like cool down from its cooking temp to really become what it's supposed to be. There's like so much food in every bite. Bro, there's just like, I mean, obviously rice is food too, but you know what I mean, dude. There's just so much. Look at this. This is just a random bite. This is just a single bite that I pulled out. We got sausage, chicken, so much rice, so much onion. Whoa. What's up, Matt? Dude, this shit is so good. Like, for real. Look at that. There's just so much in there. Oh, man. This is so easy to make. It takes a little effort. It takes a little effort in prep and a little less effort in the preparation. And then the gravy just takes a little patience. You have to be patient to make good gravy. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. Letting tea steep for 20 to 30 minutes when most things only recommend it for like 5 to 10. Richer flavor. With gravy. When it starts to thicken up the first time, most people will say, okay, this gravy's done now because it's looking like gravy. It's not done. It needs to get to that thick consistency at the very end. When the heat is on, it should never be anything except runny, like straight liquid. Ooh. By the way, 20 likes. That's pretty strong considering we get 23. Only 3 people. That's pretty solid. A dish like this could feed like a family of 4 for a couple days, or me for a couple days. By the way, shout out to Hamburger Helper for letting me know that my serving size could feed a family of 4. Oh my God, dude. It's insane, these combinations of ingredients that people just threw together what they had. It's crazy how good that is. You got chicken, got some sausage and onions or whatever, pantry stuff. But you like the sausage though, the beef. And I think the OG even calls for like the original smoked sausage, like a pork and chicken sausage. I use the beef. Big beef guy. There's so much. A big chunkin' onion piece. Also, we did a really good job of incorporating all of the flavors because I've found no pockets of white rice anywhere here. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and warn y'all. We ain't gonna make it to the gaming session tonight. This is gonna be about all we can muster right here. Also, I did a post on the Patreon. I didn't do a post for YouTube members, but I will tell everybody now. I usually try to release 2 driving talks a week, 2 episodes. I'm gonna slide back to 1 episode a week because I have a few of them in the can. And now that I'm riding the motorcycle, I have a phone mount, but I can't set the microphone inside the helmet. Yeah, the mic just doesn't fit inside the helmet unless I just put it in there and drop it inside the. But we'll figure something. I'll figure something out. But I still fear that like the wind going inside the helmet, it's just going to be impossible to record any kind of vocal at a decent quality on that. So maybe we'll just have to figure some other type of content to put out on the Patreon and for members. And I'll have to like just bring back the podcast because it's not, I need to do another series of Yonder Talks. I figured that it's a little less it's a little less stressful to like do like 12, 13 episodes and then take a break and then do that again and take another break like a series, like a show. I could do like Yonder Talk Season 2, which I think would be cool. But just for the members that get the driving talk stuff, like that's going to happen, but it's just not feasible on the motorcycle. Mumford, please have a bowl. There's gravy. Eat as much of it as you can. Like, pretend that's Golden Corral over there. Man. I'm gonna do this, straighten up the kitchen, and then I'm gonna time is it? 1:30? Yeah. I'm gonna catch up on some television, some YouTube. Bro, this don't ever happen to me. Dude, I might be full. Man, after a bowl and a half, maybe a bowl and a third, bro, I might just straight up be full, y'all. Oh my God. Dude, this tea. I know I bring it up a lot. I'm so good at the things that I'm good at. I'm so bad at the things I'm bad at, but the things I'm good at, like I'm like exceedingly well at them. This sweet tea and this chicken bog. All of you out there, I wish that you could try this. I wish that there would be, God, that would be the way. Whenever the future catches up like that, to where I could like put a bowl of this in like one of those little teleporter things that would clone it and like print you out one. Except it would be like the same exact flavor compound and everything, but you'd have to have one of those little portal boxes. Like that prestige machine that would be able to like just pump one of these bowls of delicious the hell was that? Be something over there. All right, I'm gonna do one more bite of this. And start cleaning. Okay. What's this angle look like? That's the angle you want. Let me I need this. All right. I'm going to put a little I'm going to make like a big heaping to-go plate. With the gravy. And the rest can go in here. Bah. Yeah, I'm losing steam, y'all. I'm going to put these some of these things in the dishwasher. I'm not going to put the wooden spoon in there though. I don't know if it's not good to do that. I just never like to do it. This guy can go in there because I'm running out of space to dry things here. I need to put away some of this stuff from the drying rack. All right. Bro, I'm gonna be kind of ratchet and just wrap this up and leave it here. And I'll come back and eat some of it later. Gravy can probably fit in. Yeah. Whoa, almost fell. Probably fit all the gravy in this little baby container here. Okay. Gravy's the best way to clean your pan. Give it the hand swipe, make sure we got nothing in there. All right. That's a clean skillet. Boy, my body doesn't know whether to burp or shut down. Hell yeah, a nice little container of gravy. Greasy stovetop. That's fine. The rest of this is going to go in the dishwasher. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Low heat. This bowl's gonna hang tight because I might come back and enjoy that after I sit for a while. But dude, I ain't no telling, man. I might just end up. I got this bad habit of when I don't stream, I'll sit at my computer desk and I'll start to doze off. Like I'll start to like legit fall asleep. If I'm not streaming and I don't have anything to occupy my mind, like you guys see me sitting there sometimes and I just can't stop yawning. Put these pot holders away that I no longer need. All these loose paper towels that I leave that I just crumble up, wipe up with that. There we went. And you know what? I think I can probably go ahead and put away some of the accumulating dishes in the from the drying rack. usually leave out the stuff that I use like all the time. This plate always stays here because I always use that. These tongs I use quite often, but they don't have to stay there. The rest of this stuff I'll give it proper time to dry, but these guys are good. I use that cutting board already. And now I need to, let me go put this trash bag. I forgot to take the trash out to the road the other day because I'm a fucking idiot. I always forget. But this will probably be the last bag. That'll have to go in it. Where did I leave my helmet and gloves? Are they not out here? Yeah. Oh, I did bring them in. Okay. Myself a glass of tea topped off. And sizzle mic. The mess that I made has been cleaned. And all the other mess is a problem for someone else. Uh-oh. That's the second time I've dropped that thing, and I don't think I've ever dropped it before. Hold on, y'all. Stay right there for a minute, will you? Oh, Jesus. Why is the floor so far away? Who put that there? Whose idea was that? All this stuff on. handle it whenever I come back. We did it. I might need to fill up my water jug too, because I'm gonna need that. Oh, actually, I already did that. All right, it's full to the rim. Nice. I did a little something for future me. Hell yeah. There we go. All right. I don't need this guy anymore. Put this stuff away. I know. Hush. Let me hook everything back up to where I unhooked it from. Damn it. There's an extension. We'll leave that right there on top where we know it'll be for next time. I really need to blow my nose. It's starting to drip, but I've committed to handling this before I handle that. Get this battery pack. Oh. Okay. Now, the disc is cleaned. Oh my Lord. Guys. We did it. I have to remember I need to remember the skillet that's on the stove. Oh, you know what else? Ooh. No, my hair was kind of wet when I put it up. This is probably gonna make... Oh. Oh, man. letting the hair out of that tight bun in the back. So I thought it would be a good idea to just tuck my pony, like put my hair in a ponytail and tuck that into my my work shirt under my undershirt. But it doesn't really work that way. I thought, oh, this is a good idea. Didn't really help. So you kind of got to wrap your hair up. Now I know why those long ponytail bikers put a bunch of hair ties on their hair, like a bunch of them, and it's just like a long string. Cause I don't want fucking dreads, and your hair dreads out. By the time you get home, a wind whipping it all around. All right. There's something in there. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna make this one a little looser. There we go, that's much better. Now we're in sleep format. Okay. Word from our sponsors. Let me actually get this open up on the screen so I can. It sucks following the chat here. Good Lord. I know you like your dreads, Jade, but as somebody with hair like this, just regular long hair, I could never. Just I just can't. Yeah, it's honestly, Steve, it's a little it's more effort, but I don't wash it very often. And I do nothing else to my hair. Like I wash it occasionally. That's it. The only other thing is like I brush it every day, like twice a day. I I brush it before I get in the shower so that all these little frays aren't in my ear when I'm trying to wash my ears. And then depending on whether I wear a hat, which in football season I do wear a hat, I brush it after I get out of the shower so that I can put my hat on. And now that I have to accommodate a motorcycle helmet, I can't just leave the ponytail hanging. So I have to put it in a bun in the back, like you guys saw earlier. But used to, like during the wintertime or early summer before football season, I just get out of the shower like this and leave it like that until I wake up the next day. So in the football season, I have to brush it a lot more because of gotta wear the hat, gotta wear my hat. Bro, I did that for years. I've had one actual haircut in. I had one actual haircut fucking 2000 and. Damn, when was it? Probably 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. And that was just a trim. I already had the long hair at the time, but I think this chick, she just trimmed the she trimmed the split ends. It was literally just a trim. But yeah, that was 2011, 12 maybe. And before that, before I started letting my hair grow out, I had the guard. I'd buzz it down to like a 2 guard, and that's what my hair looked like. me see. So this P90X album is. My hair's kind of long in all those, but still, this is what my hair. I used to buzz it down to like to that. That's what I buzzed my hair down to. But this was long. This was like the beginning of me starting to grow my hair out. There was some more. There were some more pictures of maybe oh, here's the beginning of the long hair. And my dad. There we go. I used to. That's how short it was. That was me and Erica, my girl and family. There's the hat. This is the hat. When was this? November 29th, 2009. I had this hat in 2009. There's so I used to buzz my hair. Like it was always short, and then eventually it got like I was drunk as hell. Look at that. And then I started doing it like that. Started using the old tennis hair tie. There I am with the old Bear Bryant fedora. I went through a fedora stage, a fedora phase. Check that out. And then it just started getting longer and longer, man. And I stopped cutting it. Whew, I used to bring that sucker out from time to time. Still got that hat. This was me wearing Clemson stuff before I knew better. There was a phase before I knew better. Oh, this is a good one right here. Like I would buzz it pretty much down to nothing. That's me and my dad. That's me and old Gordon. It was Gordon's birthday yesterday. And also, this was the first time I ever did the clown. That was in 2017. That was the year after I quit drinking. This was 1 year sober right here. 1 year booze sober. And then I was in Austin. I haven't changed. This is all my different profile pictures. I never changed them a lot, but anyway. Yeah, used to have long hair, or short hair, I mean. I used to buzz hell out of that shit. Oh man, my dad was a good looking man. Well, my dad was out there running them streets. Let me tell you, he was running them streets back in the day. Thank you. I love my hair. That's like, and dude, I had so many. My buddy Scott Mann, he's a local radio personality in Myrtle Beach for many years. Not anymore, but he was the man. No, like his name's Scott Mann. He was the man. Dude, he was like, yeah, man, you should really get dreads, man. Your hair would dread really well. And I'm like, I know it would, I know, but bro, like that wind won't blow through dreads like it blows through my fucking hair, dude. You know, it just won't do it. Is it weird for y'all, by the way, to see everything on the opposite side? Like Frankie's on that side now instead of this side with the backwards camera. My whole room is backwards. Is that weird for y'all? Anyway, uh, I think this is it. I think this is all we're gonna do. I would do an intro or an outro. Um, but we're just gonna let this be, and I'm gonna let y'all pick what you watch next. Uh, anyway, roll tide. Thank y'all for being here, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Night, night, everybody.